Right, in network switch. So network switch is similar to hub. Network switch is similar to hub, right? But it has fundamental difference because it is bit intelligent and support. It has more management capabilities and it is quite expensive and also intelligent device. Okay, so this is similar to network hub. This is similar to network hub, but it has more management capabilities. It has more management capabilities and intelligence. According to the situation, it can unicast. Unicast means send it to one person. Send into one party. Multicast. Multicast means send into many selected parties. Or broadcast. Send into all. According to the situation, it can unicast, multicast, or broadcast. It looks like hub, right? Exact. So it looks like hub, but with more management capabilities. So if you search network switch, here is no big difference. So it looks like hub, right? No big difference. This looks like hub. But the thing is, it has more management capabilities. There are two kind of switches called managed switch and unmanaged switch. Managed switch can be used to create virtual LANs and subnetting based networks. So in switches also, there are more intelligent switches, right? In switches also, there are more intelligent switches. So those are called managed switches. These managed switches can be used to create virtual LANs. So I'll explain this: virtual LANs and subnetting based networks. I'll explain this, right? In future, I'll explain what is a virtual LAN. Okay, the next one. So we discuss about network hub, network switch, NIC, and router. So I have given a video last day, right? So I have given you a video how internet traffic works. Have you watched that video? Again, asking questions. Sorry for asking questions from you, but anyway, have you watched that video? Or not? The mama dumnet nadda. How internet traffic works කියලා video එකක් දුන්නද? The නැද්ද? Hello.
Watch sir.
බැලුවා. හොඳයි. ඒකේ තියෙනවා මේ ඔක්කොම ටික. හරි? මේ ඔක්කොම devices ටික තියෙනවා. වැඩ කරන හැටිත් තියෙනවා. Right. The next one is router. Okay. So let's explore what is router. Router it's also similar to the switch or hub. It also has some ports. Right? It has like you can connect. So if you have router in your home, you might see, right, in the routers. So it is possible to connect more than one machine nowadays. So you can connect multiple machines using a router. And but router has some specialty. Router is basically used to connect two different type of networks. Right? It is used to connect. Please write down two different types of networks. Example, you can say as an example, LAN to WAN. LAN is a local area network, WAN is a wide area network. It can be used to connect LAN to WAN, local area network to wide area network. Right. So why two different type of network? Because it allows the routing party to find the most suitable, less traffic path to the destination. Right? It allows the routing party to find the most suitable, less traffic path to the destination. Okay, it's like this. You don't know a route. So when you don't know a route, you go and ask from so this is not a very good example, but anyway, you go and ask from the police officer in a junction. So if he knows the road, he will tell that, okay, so if you go this way, this is the easiest. If you go this way, this has more traffic. So please avoid the traffic and go this way. It is not the shortest path, right? Sometimes you might get this wrong, right? So router will not find the shortest path. For an example, from here to Kalutara, from Kalambu to Kalutara, maybe let's say you are going from Hadavata to Kalutara. Maybe the shortest is to go to Kalambu and then going through the Gold Road. But in a usual day, traffic is really high at Kalambu Fort. So traffic will be really high. Kalambu Fort, the mono tours over those areas, traffic will be high. So the easiest or the shortest is going to Kalambu and then visit Kalutara, but there's a longer path that is highway, but less traffic. When you Google it, when you ask from the Google Map will show you, okay, follow the highway, that is the least traffic, fastest route. So what Google Map is doing, something similar to routing. It will show the alternative paths and it will show the fastest way, not the shortest way. It will give the fastest way. So that is the concept behind the router. Router will give you the fastest or most convenient path, similar to Google Maps. Similar to Google Map, we show in the fastest route, right? Modern routers are having modern feature integrated to it. It also supports It also support network filtering and basic security implementations. It also support network filtering and basic security implementation. So why I said like this? Because from the router you can just filter. You can code the router to filter some URL. You can code the router to filter. So maybe exclude or include some MAC addresses. Then wage අපි තුමු ගෙදර route එක තියෙනවා. ඔකට හැම වෙලේම අපි තුමාගේ මල්ලි හරි නංගි හරි connect වෙලා data ඉවර කරනවා. කොච්චර කිව්වත් අහන්නේ. You know the device that your brother or sister is connecting. He or she is connecting using your mother's or father's phone maybe. What you can do is you can log into the router. Router එකට log වෙලා ඒකට MAC field එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. MAC address කියලා කියන්නේ අපි ගෙසතේ කතා කරන්නේ MAC address is the physical address. You can easily find the MAC address of your brother's device and put a MAC filter to the router. Then what will happen next time when your brother is trying to browse internet, your router will block that. So your data problem is solved. But don't abuse this power, because if you are going to ban everyone from the network and you are the sole proprietor and you are the one using the network, all others are banned, all others are blacklisted using the router, using the MAC filter option in the router. Then so others cannot browse internet, but that is not a victory, because you have blocked the service for other people. So more smarter, so you can use kind of URL filtering and stop visiting some sites. So MAC filtering will totally block the person's device. MAC filter karot the device ekama yaata internet යන්න බැරි වෙනවා. And more smarter way is you can do a URL filtering. You know that your brother is visiting YouTube always, so you apply URL filtering to YouTube. So nowadays the modern routers, those routers are supporting this URL filtering. You don't block everything. You block YouTube and route to some other website maybe. Maybe router can display small message saying, so our policy has blocked the website. No, you can't. So maybe your brother is spending more time on gaming. This might be applicable for you as well. So your brother is spending more time on gaming and you know the sites that he's visiting. You can block the URLs. Right? Block the URLs or the paths, that website. Not the connection, but URLs. So that is also possible. So these are some practical aspects, right? So actually, no one will ask these practical implementations with the exam unless that is they are in the syllabus related to security. Security වල එහෙම පොඩි දේවල් ටිකක් තියෙනවා. හැබැයි මේ වගේ දේවල් router එකෙන් කරනවා, ඒ දේවල් MAC filter කරනවා, URL filter කරනවා, all this IP filtering. So I don't think that they will ask in the networking chapter about this, right? But network security part they might ask. Okay, finished writing and routers image. So I can show you the router. It is again similar to this, right? Network router. So again similar to this, and you can see, so it has both wired and wireless capabilities, right? That is the difference. It has both wired and wireless capabilities, and in addition to that, it has so LAN interface and WAN interface. So that is the basic difference. Right here you can see router has a LAN interface, local area network interface, and wide area network interface. This is what connects to the internet, and this is what connected to your local computers. And these wireless signals are for wireless LAN, right? Wireless LAN, WLAN. That is Wi-Fi. Wireless are for WLAN or Wi-Fi. So better, so no need to draw everything, but better show this, right? So please write, it has WAN interface, LAN interface, and this is WLAN interface. So I'll mark that part as well. This is wireless LAN. Please mark these areas, because important. Wireless local area network. You can say Wi-Fi. මේ WLAN එකෙන් signal එනවද ඔයාලට නැත්නම් signal distribute කරනවද? Sorry again, I'm asking questions. But මේක අහන්නම වෙනවනේ. දන්න කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවනම් කියන්නකෝ මේ WLAN එකෙන් මොකද කරන්නේ? signal අපි alien signal ගන්නවද නැත්නම් ගන්න signal එක ඇතුලේ කට්ටියට දෙනවද? මොකක්ද වෙන්නේ? So WLAN, is it taking signals from outside? Is this antenna? These antennas. Are these antennas taking signal from outside or giving it to internal people? What happens?
Giving to internal.
Yes, giving it to internal people. If you remove these antennas, still your device will work, right? මේ antenna දෙකම ගලවලා අයින් කරත් ඔක වැඩ කරනවා. මොකද මේ antenna දෙකෙන් කරන්නේ ඇතුලේ කට්ටියට signal දෙන එක. මිසක් එළියෙන් ගන්න එක නෙමෙයි. ඔයාලා නිකන් මේකට wire එකක් ගහලා දික් කරලා එහෙම බලන්න එපා signal වැඩි කරගන්න. Can't do that. සමහරට ඔයගොල්ලන් හිතනවා මේ antenna දෙක ගලවලා ලොකු antenna එකකට high කරා නම් so we can get more signal. No. We can distribute more signal, but to get the signal, there's a signal grab induced separate one. So this is just distributing the signal, right? Okay, now you know few devices: router, switch, hub, router, and we had to explore few more. So one important thing is gateway, and bridge. Gateway and bridge. Gateway is intermediary device between gateway is an intermediary device between internal network and external network. Gateway is an intermediary device between internal network and external network. Router is acting as a gateway. Router is acting as a gateway. But it is also possible to employ proxy server, Active Directory server, or some intermediate server as a gateway. There are hardware-based gateways too. Okay, I'll explain that. First, write down this. I'll explain it. Please write down this first, then I'll explain. Gateway devices. So let me explain this, what gateway is and how gateways are working. The first thing about the gateway is router is working as a gateway device. Right? Router is working as a gateway device, obviously, because router is connecting the internal local area network to the external wide area network. Therefore, router is a gateway device. And in addition to that, so we can employ a proxy server. So what is a proxy server? What is that? A proxy server is a special server, right? A proxy server is a special server which can distribute filtered internet. right? Which can even, so it can distribute internet, but it is very special because it can filter the internet. That's why I said there are more smart options. Rather than blocking everything from the users, here you can implement a proper policy and provide, right, guided internet. Right here. So this is also not showing how proxy server works. But proxy server is basically, it's like this. It's an intermediate device. It's a gateway device. So when you employ a proxy, your request will first go to the proxy. Your request will first go to the proxy. And proxy will analyze your request. Is it a real request? Is it really required? Proxy එක හැම පැත්තෙම බලනවා. Proxy එක බලනවා මේ website එකට යන්න දෙන්නද? Admin තමයි මේක තීරණය කරන්නේ. Shall I go to the is it permittable? So can we access the website? ඊළඟට බලනවා දැන් download එකක් නම් අපි හිතමු 2GB file එකක් download කරලා දාන්න. proxy එකෙන් එක නවත්තන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයාලට file download කරන්න පුළුවන් හැබැයි 50 MB වලට වැඩි අඩු ඒක. අනිත් ඒවා download කරන්න බෑ. So likewise proxy can block. proxy එකට කියන්න පුළුවන් සමහර messages යවන්න කියමු නෑ මේ જાති messages යවන්න බෑ. admin ඒවා block කරලා තියෙනවා. ඔයා යනවා social media Facebook. නෑ Facebook මේ වෙලාවේ යන්න බෑ. Facebook යන්න පුළුවන් කාර්යාල වෙලාවෙන් පස්සේ. After 5 only Facebook is allowed. Likewise, smart rules can be accessed and applied in the proxy server. Proxy එක අපිට දාන්න පුළුවන් smart rules. කාටද යන්න පුළුවන්? මොන IP එකට යන්න පුළුවන්? කොයි වෙලාවටද යන්න පුළුවන් කියන. Current time, right? මේ වෙලාවේ යන්න පුළුවන්ද? මොන IP එකකටද පුළුවන්? මොන content එකකටද පුළුවන්? කොච්චර size file ද පුළුවන්? මොන file වර්ගෙද පුළුවන්? Likewise, you can filter internet in a smart way, right? So if you don't know, proxy server is a special server. Please write down, put asterisk and write down. Proxy server is a special server which can provide filtered internet using promiscuous mode. Promiscuous mode, it's, yeah. So I think this is the promiscuous wording. It's, yes, promiscuous mode. So let me check again, right? Because I really worry about the spelling. Promiscuous mode. Internet. Whether the wording is correct. Yeah, promiscuous mode. Right. Promiscuous mode means you monitor each and every request. Promiscuous means monitor each and every request. And respond how many, right? It's like a checkpoint, right? It's like a checkpoint. So you know, due to COVID, they are, I don't know whether it's really implemented or not, but I have not checked. So there are like restrictions. No, you can't check the district board. I mean, you can't check the you can't cross the province board because it is promiscuous mode. The real method is promiscuous mode. Promiscuous mode කියන්නේ එන හැමෝම check කරලා යවන්න. එහෙම නැතුව යවන්නේ. ඒතකොට යන හැමෝමත් check කරනවා, එන හැමෝමත් check කරනවා. අපි කියනවා promiscuous. ඒතකොට මේ server එක හරහා තමයි යන්න ඕනේ. ඒතකොට හොර වැඩ කරන්න බෑ. Right? Can filter MAC address, IP, URL, time-based filtering, content-based filtering, monitoring traffic. So everything is possible, right? With this. So if we have time, we could have employer proxy server. So there's a free proxy server, but you need a machine with 2 network cards. Computer එකක් ඕන network card දෙකක් එක්ක. So then there's a free proxy server called Sophos. එතකොට ඔයාලට ඕනනම් දාලා බලන්න පුළුවන් ගෙදර. ගෙදර fiber connection එකක් හරි හොඳ internet connection එකක් තියෙනවා නම්. But if you think others are misusing your connection and data is always over, හැම වෙලේම data ඉවර වෙනවා. අනිත් මිනිස්සු ආගේ connection එක misuse කරනවා වගේ හිතනවා නම් ඔයාලට ඒක monitor කරන්න පුළුවන්. කවුද මොන sites වලද යන්නේ? කවුද මොන වෙලාවටද මොන site වලටද යන්නේ? ඒ ඔක්කොම බලන්න පුළුවන්. promiscuous mode එකෙන් දාගත්තා. අපි ඇත්තටම කරන්නේ what we are really doing. So this is let's say this is my computer. This is my computer and this is connected to the proxy server. This is connected to the proxy server and proxy server is the intermediate server. And proxy server is then connected to the router. Proxy server is then connected to the router. It's router. Okay, proxy server is then connected to the router. Actually, router you have special symbols. Better to get that symbol from there. So this is the symbol for router, right? So please draw the diagram and show it. Your computer is connected to the proxy server and proxy server is connected to the router. So you need 2 NICs basically. So to connect the proxy, you need NIC 1. So NIC 2 is connecting. NIC 2 is connecting to the router. NIC 1 is connecting to your machine or your internal network. This is how you access internet in the promiscuous mode. Promiscuous mode කියන්නේ එන හැම එක්කෙනෙක්ම check කරලා යවන mode එකට. So this is how you access the content in the promiscuous mode. It's in a proxy server. So then everyone will be checked. And there's a feature in the proxy server. The frequently requested things can be stored. That is called caching. Proxy server can cache the content, the frequent content. නිතර එකම දේ ඉල්ලනවා නම් ඒක save කරලා තියාගන්න පුළුවන් without sending it to the internet. That will save your internet bandwidth. අපි එකම site එක නැත්නම් එකම content එක නැවත නැවත visit කරනවා කියමුකෝ. ඒ එකම content එක මෙයාට පුළුවන් save කරලා තියාගන්න. එතකොට ඒකේ වෙනස්කම් තියෙනවා විතරයි internet එකෙන් ගන්න. නැත්නම් හැම වෙලේම අපි Google එකට යනකොට Google එකේ image එක, YouTube එකට යනකොට YouTube එකේ ඔක්කොම ටික download වෙලා නෙන්නේ. ඒකෙන් අපේ internet වැඩිපුර යනවනේ. අපි නිතර Facebook එකට යනකොට Facebook එකේ තියෙන පරණ ඒවාත් එක්කම අලුතෙන් load වෙන්නේ. හැබැයි proxy server has feature to cache it. එයාට පුළුවන් ඒවා save කරගෙන තියාගන්න. Then this frequently requested things. අපි දැන් film එකක් අපි download කරනවා. තව ගෙදර දැන් මම film එක download කරනකොට මගේ අයියා හරි මල්ලි හරිත් ඒ film එක download කරනවා. ඒතර cache on කරලා තිබ්බොත් ඔයා download කරපු ටික තියාගෙන දැන් අපි තුමා 150ක් download කරනවා. ඒතර ඔයාගේ මල්ලි download කරනවා නැත්නම් අයියා download කරනවා. He will start from 50%. That 50% is in the cache. 150ක් download වෙච්ච එක cache වල තියෙනවා. ඒතකොට එයා මුලින් ඉඳන් download කරන්න ඕනේ. Assume that you have downloaded 100%, then he will not download. Instead of he will get this through the proxy server. So that is another advantage of. And gateway, if you are using a proxy server, this is the story. And if it is active directory server කියලා කියන්නේ ඒකත් practically active directory එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ අපි computers ගොඩක් domain එකක් යටතේ local domain එකක් යටතේ manage කරනකොට තමයි අපි active directory එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ. Okay, please write down that as well. Active directory is used when you need to manage a local domain with centralized authentication. When you want to manage a local domain with centralized authentication, all user accounts and passwords and user policies will be there in the active directory. Users can also use a shared storage. Our users lage profile e okkoma thiyenne active directory. එතකොට ඒගොල්ලෝ කරන දේවල්, so all these things, content, hard disk, save karne eva, everything will be saved there. User accounts also will be there. So the advantage is you have more control over the users. When you have multiple users, you can use active directory. So, okay, I'll show this practically in the next day. I'll show how to use active directory, how to use a proxy. Right, I'll try to implement that in the cloud environment and we'll show you practically. Okay, there are more devices that you want to explore. So please search these devices and come next day. Those are, okay, I'll send list of the devices to your WhatsApp group. That is easy. I'll send the entire list to your WhatsApp group. Next day when you come, you don't like homework also. Sorry for that. But anyway, I'll send, right? Those who like can do, those who don't like can ignore. Okay, with that, I'll stop for today. So we will continue with the 2022 class at 8 p.m., right? With that, I'm going to stop for today. 2022 one will be at 8 p.m. Okay, good night then. See you all in the next week.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.